Welcome back everyone to a suggestion video. It feels great to be doing these again. I took about a 2-month break off from doing them because I wanted to focus my channel on Cars 3 videos and the 12 Days of Christmas, which pretty much was a bunch of suggestion videos themselves, but now we're back full-fledged. I'll try to do at least one suggestion video per week, and now I do have a lot of suggestion videos to do, so if you make a suggestion now, the video probably won't come out for another 5 to 6 months. So I do apologize for that, but that's just the way it is. But I do all the suggestion videos I receive that are valid. So if you make a suggestion right now that is valid, I will eventually get around to doing it. Now, if you're sitting here not knowing what I'm talking about, then I'll explain what suggestion videos are. They're basically when a viewer suggests a car or plane for me to review, and if it's valid, like if I haven't reviewed it before and it fits all of the requirements I talk about in my how to suggest video, link in the description below at the top, and then I'll eventually do that video and the person gets a shout out. So it's a pretty cool system that I have going on my channel. Just check out the suggestion video playlist and you'll get a good feel of what the whole series is about. So let's get into the first suggestion video of 2017. Of course, Sen 1987, thank you very much for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it, and you suggested Milo. Now, Milo is a pretty cool car. I feel like he gets overlooked because he only had one release. So let's dive right into the review. So Milo appeared in the race stands at the Los Angeles International Speedway in Cars 1. Basically, what happened was McQueen immediately stopped just before the finish line because he saw that the king had crashed and he wanted to go back and help him to prove that he's not selfish and doesn't only care about himself. So the camera flashed to a couple fans in the race stands in absolute shock and surprise. Milo being one of them, and Matthew True Blumacrew was alongside of him. And you can see that scene right there on the screen. I have a screenshot of it. So that's where he appeared in the movie. Not too long, but just there to serve the purpose of, showing how surprised everyone was because McQueen was feet away from winning the Piston Cup. So, he was only released once before in 2010 as a single in the Final Lap collection. So, here it is. I actually have it. It's a pretty cool release. Not too rare, like $15 worth. So yeah, kind of cool. Now I do want to point one thing out on the art here. See how the silver stripe, not really a stripe, but just the line there on the bottom is completely fine. It's not rusted or anything. So just keep that in mind because on the diecast, for some reason, it's rusted. I have no idea why Mattel decided to add these little rust patches to the diecast because they aren't in the movie. So it doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I guess it's not a big deal because they're not too noticeable. And now let's move on to the review of Milo. So Milo is his own unique model. There aren't any other cars in the Cars universe yet that share his design. So that's pretty cool. There aren't that many unique models in the Cars line nowadays, at least not as many as I would hope. There are some similar models to Milo that I'd like to show. Now I feel like Brad Windmiller here is basically what would happen if you squashed Milo down. Milo is kind of like a stretched out version of Brad here. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I just feel that way. Same thing with Michael Sparkburg. Now Michael and Brad are different. My review of Brad and Michael will be in the description below if you want to check that out, but they're actually different as you can see. Michael is just a bit longer and taller than Brad is, and of course he doesn't have the hole in the roof or the hole in the hood for the souvenirs that Brad has. So like I said, Milo is pretty much a stretched out version of the two. So Milo is your typical green sedan, and that makes sense to the movie because not all of the cars attending these races are going to have souvenirs and get-ups like the ones you see in the back left have there, like Jay Lowley, Wilmer Flats, and the yellow pickup truck. They're more like Johnny and Jamie, who are just two brothers attending the race to have fun. So I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Of course, some are going to have the antennas and the Piston Cup on the roof there, but some are definitely not, and probably most because they can't afford that or they simply don't want that. So that is a pretty cool thing that Disney Pixar implemented into the movie because it makes sense to the story and to the environment in general. So we got the shocked expression on there, which looks awesome. And here's the base if you're interested. Pretty cool. Not too much on the base because this is a 2010 release. And here's the back. Of course, the license plate reads 36194 and the text above it reads Axle Bend. That is actually a pretty good quality image that they put for the license plate so I can actually read it. So that's a plus right there. So that is pretty much all for Milo. I compared him to the cars I want to compare him to, and I talked about him, and that's pretty much it. So thanks, Sen1987, for the suggestion. I hope the video lived up to what you'd hoped it'd be, and for everyone else out there, I hope you guys enjoy the video as well. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to make a suggestion, feel free to do so. Just make sure that you watch the video in the description so you can do it right and I can actually do your video for you in the future. Now, before I end off the video, I want to talk about something real quick. Of course, Cars 3. So yesterday was the first day of the Detroit Auto Show and they did show off a sneak peek. Fortunately, I was able to see it through a leak on the internet, but it was shortly taken down. So I'm not even going to talk about what was in it because obviously that was not the intended purpose for it to be online and stuff. So I don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you that it was great and I recommend seeing the movie when it comes out and looking at the other trailers and everything, but I'm not going to talk about it until it gets officially released. Of course, today, January 9th, we have the football game, the college championship playoff game, I believe, later tonight, and they're going to show off another sneak peek. Maybe it's actually the same. We don't really know yet, but I'm thinking it might be, maybe not. We really will just have to wait and see, but sorry if anyone wants me to make a video on it, I just can't because it's not supposed to be out for the public. It was only supposed to be shown to the people at the auto show, but obviously some of them didn't listen and uploaded to online sources anyway. But whatever, thank you guys so much for watching and for all the recent support. I have just been blown away with all your guys' support, so thanks so much. Thanks for 7,000 subscribers. I will be doing some sort of special Q&A pretty soon in celebration of that, and probably by that time 8,000 will be nearing as well, so that is just amazing. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye now.